Today, a criminal court judge rejected Washington County, Tennessee Sheriff Keith Sexton's request to put aside an order made earlier this month.
It centers over body cam evidence and claims from District Attorney Steve Finney that the sheriff's office hasn't turned over all of its footage to his office. Judge Stacy Street has decided to order to turn over all previously unreleased body cam evidence should remain in place.
News Channel 11's Jeff Keeling has been following this story and has more on what was said in a crowded courtroom. Jeff?
Street listened to arguments from Washington County Attorney Allison Wilkinson and 1st District Attorney General Steve Finney before delivering a long opinion of his own. He said when law enforcement doesn't provide all evidence to prosecutors, it endangers their ability to give defense lawyers all the evidence they're entitled to. But that process of reviewing and providing evidence has already begun, and Street was also clearly frustrated that this concern couldn't get resolved outside his courtroom.
The court's order will stand.
Judge Stacy Street will keep a September 5th order in place that requires the Washington County Sheriff's Office to provide any body or dash camera evidence going back 3 years that may not have made its way to prosecutors.
I'm not trying to tell you how to do it. I'm not telling you how to collect it. I'm not telling you how to store it. I'm not telling you how to turn it over. All I'm saying is do it and turn it over.
Washington County Attorney Allison Wilkinson had argued Street's order was unconstitutional and too vague.
It's always hard for anyone to tell a judge that we think there's been a mistake, but we think there's been a mistake. The sheriff, based on the September 5th order, is in jeopardy of a perceived violation of the order due to its vagueness.
District Attorney General Steve Finney argued there was nothing vague about a requirement for law enforcement to give prosecutors all the evidence they gather, no exceptions, so they can decide whether it needs to go to defense attorneys.
Sheriff knows or should have known with his vast experience that all evidence within his department possession shall be turned over to the state. We're not getting the evidence that we're supposed to give by both constitutional case law.
Judge Street said he'll leave the order in place. He modified it to limit it to camera footage until his own conditions are met.
When I'm convinced that it's been stored, saved, and turned over to the district attorney's office.
But he made it clear he thought the parties should have resolved this without a hearing.
I hope my long diatribe on the law made it clear that this court has the power to do it, and I have done it. And I really hope that today I would walk in here and say, Judge, we've got it solved.
Street did commend both the sheriff and the DA for the work they do. Written exchanges between the parties over the past week have shown that more than 200 cases have video to be reviewed. Those reviews will determine whether the DA already had that evidence or will need to review it again before proceeding with those cases or taking steps to address issues in cases that have already entered the prosecution phase.
Jeff, thank you very much. Also pending review of files are more than 24 cases that would have been presented at the September grand jury. Meanwhile, you can see our initial reporting on this story by heading to our website at WJHL.com.